This is a barbaric group of terrorists, and now they are under Gaza City's largest hospital, which, by the way, this has been their MO for years, meaning they fire their rockets from schools and from hospitals. And we also believe a major battle is unfolding at this hour. And according to U.S. officials, this is where Hamas chose to build their main military command center right under the hospital. Again, they're using patients, they're using doctors, they're using children, nurses, all as human shields. Now, Israel has offered to transfer patients to field hospitals and provide mobile incubators for newborns, as Prime Minister Netanyahu said on this program last night. But so far, it is not clear that Hamas is allowing anybody to leave that building. They're using those people, hopefully they think, to save their lives. In a different hospital nearby, Israeli soldiers unearthed yet another Hamas command center below ground. Take a look, complete with weapons and explosives. And there were even grenades in there and RPGs found in a children's playroom. And by the way, also evidence that hostages, including babies, were being held underground. There's no denying that Hamas is just pure evil in our time. Now, for most decent people, if you have a conscience, if you have a soul, if you have a brain that actually works, on both sides of the aisle, it's simple. There's no ambiguity here. You should have moral clarity. But for some reason, the far left in this country, the ones that cry about microaggression and misgendering, they're now out in full force excusing the kidnapping, the rape, the torture, the murder. You almost never hear a bad word uttered about Hamas at one of their anti-Israeli protests. And unfortunately, on Capitol Hill, some of these same idiots are congressional staffers. Pay attention to this. They recently staged a walkout. Why? To protest America's support for the world's only Jewish state. Elsewhere in the Washington swamp, more than 500 bureaucrats across 40 different federal agencies signing a letter rebuking Joe Biden's public support for Israel. Privately, he's not been as supportive. Publicly, he's been trying to say the right things. This is what your radicalized Democratic Party is today. So what is wrong with these people? And where were they when Arabs were gassed by Assad in Syria? I don't recall the protests. Or maybe during Mosul's obliteration during the battle against ISIS, or during the ongoing proxy war in Yemen, where hundreds of thousands died. Why is it that they have suddenly discovered the word ceasefire when Israel is involved? Is it because they hate the Jews? Many of them openly say it. Is it because they want Israel wiped off the map? They're openly saying that too. In the United States, the Biden administration is reportedly now giving huge amounts of money to mosques. This is the Biden administration and other Islamic centers that have been preaching or have a history of preaching hatred against the Jewish people and against Israel. Look at this. That includes $100,000 to one California mosque run by an imam who prayed that Jews will be annihilated in a war over the Holy Land. The Biden administration is also reportedly now planning to free up to another, get this, $10 billion
Did you give up?
for the mullahs in Iran.